I made a fake one.
The last 2 months for Power Rangers have been insane. There has been so much news, and it's gonna quiet down for a little bit while the Cosmic Fury cast and crew begin filming. Well, I wanted to talk about Dino Fury one more time now that I've got to watch these episodes multiple times and really stew on the second half of season 2. And I must say that this stands up. It is a really awesome season, guys. I absolutely love the writing, the character development, the cast themselves. Now, there's always going to be gripes with Power Rangers. This is a kid's show. However, they are doing a lot of things for the fans, man. When you talk about what they did with Dino Fury and what they're doing with Cosmic Fury, even going back to Beast Morphers with that really cool Grid Connection team up, there's a lot of stuff that is bringing nostalgia to the brand, but they're also bringing quality stories and shows, and that's really what it is about. I've said many times on this show, I do not care who comes back as long as the show is put together well. As long as it's good and the fans like it, I can get behind it. I don't care who's in the show. Today, we wanted to give you a full 12 episode review, 12 episode review of Dino Fury. These last couple episodes, I'm dumb. It is 11 episodes. So we're gonna start with Ultimate Mystery. This was actually a really good episode. This is when things start to take a turn for the best with Dino Fury. When Jane vetoes a Buzz Blast story on Bigfoot, Amelia tells Stan and Annie to bend the rules and do it anyway. But when her colleagues end up in danger, Amelia learns an important lesson about responsibility. So, lesson of the day type deal. However, this is where things get a little crazy. We find out that Lord Zed is back. Scrozzle is back, and they send Lowthorn their way. Now, there is an awesome scene where Commander Shaw calls the Rangers, and you get to see the Beast Morphers team of Rangers battle for like 5 to 10 seconds, and they say that there is going to be someone coming your way. And there was this guy, or this monster named Lowthorn, who is the nephew of Lowcourt the Terrible. It was really cool how they connected it. And at the end of the episode, that was when we find out that Zed and Scrozzle are back. And then we get into episode 13. Now, this is where things get fun. Ollie tries to ask Amelia out, but a miscommunication leads to Amelia thinking he doesn't like her. But when she realizes Lord Zed is involved, the truth comes out. A long story short, Ollie had a card and flowers for Amelia on Valentine's Day, but when he overheard Izzy saying, "Oh, I would never date a coworker," or something like that, he realized, like him and Amelia are kind of like co-workers because they're Power Rangers. He gets all scared and says that he's not asking out Amelia, he's asking out somebody else or something like that. Amelia hears that, and it's a miscommunication where they both are kind of in the right and the wrong. Is just no one's wrong. It's just really weird, but also kind of cool because later on they end up like realizing that they really do like each other and they're gonna start dating. But Lord Zed, before then, takes over Ollie, makes him evil, and you see Ollie battle his teammates. Really cool scene. I love seeing Lord Zed come back. And I love how they said the truth comes out, because at the end of the episode, you see that Lord Zed, when he controlled Ollie, he had Ollie go into the base and steal some information. Well, the information was one of those those beacons that they were going after since like episode 2 or 3 of the show, they deciphered it. And Lord Zed knows where Rafcon is. So now they are going to Rafcon. What a crazy episode. This was one of my favorites. Make sure if you have not checked this out, go watch Love Hate. Next episode, we're getting right into it. We're going to Rafcon. Rafcon revealed. The Dino Fury Ranger teams head to Rafcon to stop Lord Zed, but because of a prophecy, Ion takes unnecessary risks. This episode was pure bananas. This is a time where we see the homie Zato die, basically. They go to Rafcon, that gets destroyed. The Rangers lose big time where they need the Morphin Masters, and at the end of it, the Green Morphin Master comes and ends up bringing some life to Zato. It was nuts, man, and it was all because Ion was being a bonehead in a way. He thought that because he was woken up by the Green Morphin Master and said that we need your help to stop Zed, that he was supposed to take out Zed by himself. No, bro, work with your team. That's how you beat anybody. There's 6 of you guys. Don't try to fight them on your own. And that's where he got taken out instantly when he stopped Zed. And Zato came on in and defended him. And he ended up just getting messed up real bad. The Morphin Masters had to bring him back to life. And then we had another episode that goes right into the next episode. Episode 15 is called Morphin Master. The other Morphin Masters are angry to discover the Green Morphin Master has broken their vow to never intervene in mortal affairs. But when the Dino Fury Rangers and the Green Morphin Master work together, the Morphin Masters have a change of heart. Now, this episode is gonna be a fan favorite for years just based on this one scene within it where we find out that the Green Morphin Master had her hands in a lot of past legacy moments in Power Rangers. The legendary battle, that was her. The grid connection battle, that was her. Steel Silva coming back to life and becoming a human, that was her. Dino Henge coming back, that was her. Green Morphin Master is one of the most important characters in Power Rangers at this point. Until they change something or show us someone that's stronger, the Green Morphin Master is the warrior of all warriors when you think about it, because she not only is powerful and has set up the Rangers, she gets her hands dirty. She was the only one to stop Zed. Green Morphin Master is definitely badass. I love when the Green Morphin Master works with the Rangers, and the red and blue were just kind of mad because they promised to never intervene in mortal affairs because they were being hunted down. It wasn't like a horrible reason. It was a reason like when we started helping, people started coming after us and we were vulnerable. And now, if the Green Morphin Master wants to help, I say let her, because if Lord Zed isn't stopped, man, you guys are going to have a way bigger problem on your hands. The grid could just be destroyed, and then what are you going to protect? Really good episode. Highly recommend these. There's 3 or 4 in a row from Love, Hate, Rafcon revealed, Morphin Master, and then Wishful Thinking is when you start to get into a few of those episode lesson of the days. But I actually really liked how they put these together. So Wishful Thinking, episode 16, is about when a monster's meddling gives Javi a big break. He must come to terms with the fact that the key to success is hard work, not shortcuts. It was a lesson of the day episode, but there was a lot of cool stuff in this episode. I loved the song. I like the character Pete Flash. I thought it was cool that Javi got a big break. He got 1 million views, but he didn't necessarily do it the right way. He did it because a Sporix beast kind of gave him the big break. And by the end of it, everything kind of falls to pieces, and he's honest, and he ends up performing with this Pete Flash guy anyways. Super cool episode, and the end of this shines light onto the next few episodes, because Amelia in this episode wishes to see her parents, and her wish was the only one that didn't technically happen in any capacity. Well, at the end of the episode, you can see that she's upset, and she's talking to Ali about it. Man, I just want to see my parents. And Ali says, well, if anybody can make it happen, it's you. Now, in episode 17, it's called Things Unspoken. Fern is offered a place at an elite sports college, but Izzy hides that she was also offered a place but turned it down to focus on being a Dino Fury Ranger. When Fern finds out Izzy hid things from her, their relationship is put to the test. I absolutely loved this episode because I think the Green Ranger is a really cool character. I liked that this episode was with relationships, but it was like a real actual problem that people deal with sometimes. Long distance relationships are a thing, and there is an obligation to be a Power Ranger, so that it conflicts with her being a partner to Fern. So it is a really good challenge that you could bring up, and character development. I loved the fight scene at the park with Mucus and the Green Ranger. I don't know why I wrote that down. I love that scene. I use that scene all the time when we're talking about favorite fight scenes. I love what they're doing. When Fern finds out Izzy hid things from her, their relationship is put to the test. So there is kind of a conflict. It is kind of like a lesson of the day, but honestly, this is just a really well put together episode. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. And then you start to get into the last 4 episodes is when things get a little crazy, man. So episode 18 is called Guilt Trip. Ali is having such a great time hanging out with Amelia that he begins to neglect his mom. He must learn not to take her for granted. Now, this was like the Japan episode, and it was a good, well put together episode. Now, it wasn't bad. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, but once you get out of this one, this is where things start to get a little crazy, guys. Episode 19 is titled Bad Vibes. Izzy and Javi feel like they've outgrown a family tradition and try to change things up. When the monsters take advantage of this, Izzy and Javi learn why the tradition means so much to their parents. So in the last few episodes, they're trying to get this drill key to this giant drill. And I remember when we were first reading these descriptions months ago, we were like, oh, is it a drill key, like a Dino Fury key? Like, no, it's a key to a drill. And they end up getting it in this in the last episode. But this episode, this is where they get the passcode, because they realized that the key alone doesn't work. They need to get a passcode. So they turn the Green and Black Ranger, Izzy and Javi, they turn them evil. And this was a fun little episode where they got turned evil in battle, and when they got back to the base, the other Rangers demorphed. Well, Izzy and Javi did not demorph, and they pushed Solon into the Rangers and tried to steal the Sporix. And Ion comes up big twice in this episode, and I remember that it was a big moment because this guy has it all to be the leader of the team. He just sometimes he can be a little bit of a hard head, and it happens, like I know in my early 20s, late teens, I was definitely just like Ion in a lot of ways. So yes, but he's just so powerful, and really, I feel like he is the most skilled. However, Zato is the most polished out of everybody and the better leader and is almost smarter than everybody. So we know as long as Zato has his brain and he's learned a lot, he's been screwed over, he's made a lot of mistakes, and he is a good leader. So that's somebody that is to be looked after, because you can not only show you what happens in good times, I can tell you about what happens in bad times and what not to do. I absolutely love the dynamic between the Gold and the Red Ranger. Now we are going to get into episode 20. Things start moving real fast, guys. This was the invasion when the Rafconians arrive in Pine Ridge. The Dino Fury Rangers are shocked to learn they believe humans are selfish and intend to colonize Earth. But when the leader, Aurea, sees the good that humans have in their hearts in the midst of a massive Sporix beast attack, her mind is changed. Now, this was one of the best episodes of the season. It was like everything kind of hit the fan in this one. You got to see the Rafconians, and right away you thought they were nice, but things just kind of start off crazy where they're about to fight the Rafconians, because the Rafconians are basically going to be living on Earth now because their planet is destroyed, but they don't want to just live here and just, share the land and hang out. They want to colonize Earth and they want to make it theirs. And the Rangers aren't down with that at all. They're like, these humans are fine just the way they are, leave them alone. And they don't see it that way. Aurea, who's never really been here before, is on this whole tangent to look at their death and their destruction, and they don't take care of the planet. But by the end of the episode, her mind is changed. She sees with this massive Sporix beast attack that the humans work together. She's about to be taken out. But not before she kicks some ass, though. She took out some Sporix beasts. The Rafconians can throw down, but a Sporix beast takes her out and is about to destroy her, and Pop comes up and saves her life. She does have a change of heart. Things get crazy, man. So, yes, I absolutely loved this episode. Now, then we get into the last two episodes, The Truth. When the Void Queen sets her grand plan in motion, Amelia makes a last-ditch effort to understand the truth about her parents. So at the end of the last episode, Pop is really messed up from the Sporix beast attack. And you know what? He actually gets to go to the base. And one thing that I thought was really cool was Amelia takes off her helmet. She gets to see Pop gets to see that she's a Pink Ranger. They take care of him. But while he's on the bed, he's laying there saying, Amelia, I need to tell you about your parents, everything right now. I should have told you. I didn't know if you were old enough, but you're an alien. Your parents died in a big explosion in Area 62. It was really bad, but they gave you to me, and I promised to take care of you. And she realizes that she is a Rafconian. And at the end of this episode, things start to get crazy. Void Queen wants to blow up the whole city, the whole Earth. She takes all of the Sporix and gets in this cocoon, is about to blow it up, and things get nuts. That leads us into the next episode, episode 22. In order to defeat their biggest challenge, the Dino Fury Rangers must make a great sacrifice. And now this is where things just get insane. Long story short, Zato is destroyed. He uses the ultimate attack. Now we get to see Tarek come back. In last episode, he's helping the Rangers. He's Void Knight for a few more scenes. And it gets insane because Void Queen turns into like the Araz soup, and instead of like she just evolved into that, it's almost like a Megazord. She's inside, and Amelia tries to go up and talk to her. She throws her out. things get nuts, and when Amelia grabs onto her, she realizes that it is her daughter, and Amelia uses her powers. This is just an amazing episode. By the end of it, her mother is good again, but it was only because our boy Zato used the ultimate attack and he was destroyed. Now you go 6 months later into the future, and this team is still like in the base, but there's no Zato. And then they get a call from Solon saying, Rangers, you need to get here right now. And they see Zato. He comes down as a ghost, but really he's not a ghost. It's just like this crazy white light, almost like the 95 episode White Light for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He comes down as a White Ranger. They go crazy. It was a great episode, and not before telling them that they need to leave. Lord Zed is back, and they teleport out. It was insane, guys. Now, the one thing I did have to say is they ended it that way, but I loved how when they went 6 months into the future, you got to see kind of all of the Rangers' lives now. You got to see that Izzy is with Fern still, which I thought was kind of cool, because we thought they were going to write her out now that they put her on the bus and sent her to school. Izzy got into the school, and she is a sports star. Like, her name's on the TV. It's pretty cool, man. Javi is blowing up with his music. Ali and Amelia are still together. Now, thought a cool touch was Ion opened up his own cafe. How cool is that, man? What an amazing season. And these 11 episodes kind of just changed everything, man. I can't wait to see Cosmic Fury. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching and taking the time out of your day every single episode to rock with us. You are the real MVPs, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a big shout out to Gold Ranger member Dead Echo X-Ray. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. You can also become a member. Please join the fan club support team right now. We have a Blue Ranger power-up and a Gold Ranger power-up. This is an awesome way to talk with the fans. Join a fan club official chat group. You can also be featured in our videos. At the end of the videos, I will shout you out. That's if you get the Gold Ranger Power-Up membership. Go check it out. Go support the fan club. We love you guys, and thanks for watching. Peace.